Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back. Now this may be a little lengthy, but y'all, we're going to do this cute little tray and all these goodies, okay? It might go a little fast because I'm trying to get through it quickly, but let me show you what I did. So first of all, I had these and I have two of them. They are frames from the Dollar Tree. I've had them for 100 years, y'all. But you can find these hexagon shapes, frames, whatever, at the Dollar Tree all the time. You can use wood ones if you want to. That might be better. This is just what I had on hand. And I'm going to take my pliers and I'm carefully trying to get the little hooks off the back. And of course, I'm going to save that because I'm a hoarder. And then I'm going to take this off and I'm going to save that too because I'm a hoarder. And I might use it on something. You never know. So, yeah. So I've already got one took apart because I said I need two of them. So I'm just going to take this back off, okay? And I'm going to use the one that's less tore up on the top. That's less noticeable, okay? So I'm going to take this right here. And you see that beautiful scrapbook paper. And I'm going to use my brayer to kind of push that down. I do fill it with a little bit of glue. The one I used to paint. But anyway, I'm going to leave the glass in these because it's going to make it sturdy, okay? But anywho, I try to conserve paper. So I'm going to do these both at one time. I'm praying they're all the same size. And they are pretty much. So yeah. You never know with the Dollar Tree stuff, y'all. It could be like totally not the same size. So I'm just going to lay the cardboard insert down. And I am going to trace around that with a pencil. I think if I can hold on to it. And then make sure you trace out your little nubbies. Because you got to cut those little nubbies out to get it in there. I'm just saying. So then I'm going to take these and I'm thinking, how am I going to get them together? I figured out a way. So I actually used my cutter when I could and then used my scissors when I couldn't. So I cut these out a little bit, but I needed them cut out more. So I'm just going to take my handy dandy glue stick here. Now I like the purple Elmer's glue stick. But I'm trying to get through glue sticks, okay? So I'm using what I got. This is a good glue stick, too. I love it. It's permanent, and I love it. So I'm just going to put my paper down, and then I'm going to use my little brayer, and I'm going to, smush all that glue around, put it all down, then trim around it. And then I took a marker, and I filled in. That's the one I kind of glued the paper down. And so I just jotted it with a marker. So I'm going to set those to the side. And I have this candlestick from Hobby Lobby in the wood pile. And I don't know if I got it 30 or 40% off. You know, every other week they have them. If it's a certain price and up, they'll have them. But I wanted to take that thing out. Y'all, I used buttons. Don't do this. I had to end up taking all these buttons out. But I was trying to fill in that hole, okay? So I don't think I show you. But what I actually done was I took a wood circle, okay, and I glued a wood circle to the top of this piece. And then I used that wood circle to glue on the bottom of the frame. So don't do this. Just get a wood circle because this didn't work. I had to sand them and it was leaving a bump and it was a stupid idea. I thought I was doing something right, but it was really dumb. So don't do it. Don't do it. But anyway, no matter how much I pushed, hammered, or whatever, just don't do this, okay? Don't do it. So I'm going to take these two paints, and I'm going to mix them together. And it's Golden Sunset by Apple Barrel. Just buy it at Walmart. And then I took a little bit of the other one and put it in there. And then I'm going to take a whole lot of white because I want this lightened up. I am trying to get it the same color as those sunflowers over there on that paper, okay? So I'm going to mix this up and I'm going to do it the best I can and get it as close as I can. And then I am just going to paint my, what is that thing I said a while ago? Candlestick, okay? I'm just going to paint my candlestick yellow when I get this color that I want it. Nope, still wasn't happy. So I just keep squirting it. Anyways, you get what I'm doing here. I'm just adding paint to get it to look similar to that over there. Because when paint dries, it usually dries darker, okay? Okay, right here I'm going to use Weld Bond. I know I've got that other glue like E6000, but I switched to the Weld Bond because it held better. And I just set that to the side and set something heavy on it. It was a varnish can. So anyways, I'm going to let that dry. Now I'm taking my paint and I'm going to repaint this terracotta pot that I used or was prepping for another DIY. I don't even know what I was doing with that terracotta pot. Apparently nothing. And then I'm going to paint that a black. Alright, now, this is kind of weird. I don't know why I gave... Oh, whoever has that idea of put them on that, it was a bad idea for me. I hated it. I couldn't stand it. But anyways, I got my beads painted. They're small beads, okay? And you'll see my face down there. You'll see my face down there. And it'll look like a kindergarten painted it. And I redone it. And that's what you're not going to see is my kindergarten face paint down there. Okay? So now I'm just taking my black acrylic paint. I'm just using acrylic paints on these. And I'm going to paint the bottom. And then I'm going to paint stripes on it. But I'm going to leave a space for the belly. And I just want it black. You can paint your stripes all the way around. I wish I had of. Right here's where I'm painting in my belly. I wish I would have put the stripes all the way around. It would have been cute. But, you know, I'm not cute. I'm unique. And I just wanted him to have a little black belly. I don't know if their stripes go all the way around. I don't play with bees. That's one thing for sure. So I don't know what their bellies look like. But anyway, mine looks like this, okay? So she's going to have a little black belly there. And then I'm going to take black and I'm carefully going to try my best to put stripes around this thing. And I am so glad that crafters don't have to necessarily be perfect, because on this one I am most certainly not. My grandchildren could have did this with me, I think. At least my grandson probably could have. But anywho, he's not here and I'm doing it my own self. So I'm just going to paint my stripes around here like this right here. And as long as I have this stiff brush, they stay fairly consistent. It depends on how hard I push down, I think. I'm not sure. You see, I hit my finger on that one and had a bump in it. But, y'all, it is okay. It is okay not to be perfect. It is okay. So, once I get this painted, I'm going to paint on the inside just a hair. You're not going to see the inside, so I don't care. So, I painted my ball here black, which is black acrylic paint, and I'm going to paint a heart on it. Now, me trying to get even, my face got fatter. So, I'm just... But all you need is a heart. If you can't paint one, cut one out on a piece of paper, draw it on there, and then you'll have it even. I'm trying to wing it here, okay? I'm just trying to wing it. So, this did take three coats to get over this black. So, I'm just going to go over it, and over it, and over it, and make my face. So, that's what it looks like. And I'm just going to take my stylus and I'm going to dip it in and then put my little circles. And I'm not even going to try to put a face on this one, y'all. I'm not doing it. If I can get my eyes even, that will just make me happy. Happy as a bee. I can be happy. Okay, I'm done. So I got this wire that I twisted up. You can kind of see it down there. And I'm going to poke out my hole. There was already a hole in this bead. I would drill the hole out for something. I don't know what. And I'm going to put some glue down in there and just stick my wire. And all I did was bend a piece of Dollar Tree black wire. I got it in the automotive section. And then there is my little antennas, whatever. Look, that's what I did first. Ain't that creepy? Okay, now that y'all have had a laugh over my creepy bee face, okay, I'm going to cut a piece of this jute. And I'm pretty sure I got this at Walmart. In the jewelry section, or were not the jewelry section, you know, with the crafting where they have the jewelry. So I'm just put a little glue on there and twisted it. That makes it, you know, stiff so you can string it through your beads when you put glue on it and twist it. And then I'm going to tie a knot so my beads won't come off. I tied a double knot because I wasn't sure. And I'm just going to see how many beads I want going down. And this is going to be his arms. And I gave you 2 fingers. So I'm putting 2 beads on each side. One of my fingers is black, y'all. That's so hilarious. I get so nasty when I'm crafting. It's ridiculous. So I'm going to measure it out. And then I'm going to put a knot on the other side. Make sure it's right. And then I'm going to cut it off. And these are going to be my little arms. How many times am I going to say "be" in this video? I don't know. Somebody said, how many times are you... I was going to count how many times you said okay. I wanted to put, okay. I mean, I can't help it. I can't help it. It is what it is, okay? So I'm going to do the same for the legs. I got 2 for the arms, and I think I did 3 for the legs. I think. And I'm going to shove that up in there and see how far I want it to hang down. I don't want them really hangy. I mean, I don't want them really leggy. I mean, I don't want it. I want the legs close to the, I want the beads close to the body, is what I'm trying to say, okay? I'll get it in a minute. Just calm down. So I just take and cut that off, and I'm fluffing my ends. I don't know why I did that. I guess I want him to have fuzzy feet. I couldn't tell you. So I'm going to take, what glue did I use? Hot glue. I'm going to take hot glue, and I'm just going to put a little dab of hot glue in there. And then I am going to take my string and push it down, and it hurt. It hurt. It burnt me. So I'm using my pokey tool, and I'm going to poke that down in there. And there. They're on there. Put glue on top of it. Ain't got to worry about those legs no more. Make sure you glue them to the front, not the back. And then I'm going to glue the arms down here. And then I'm going to pop the head on. Not that head. Okay, I get the other head. So at this point, I have the other head on there. But I'm just going to take this sheer ribbon I bought at the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to make a bow. And all I did was flop it over. Now you can leave it at that and glue that on, but I'm going to make another set of loops, okay? So there's 2 loops on each side. I'm going to spread them around and get them even. And then I'm going to trim it. And then I'm going to take my string. I use dental floss, and I'm going to go around and twist it around. And there you go. And I ain't got to do anything else to this. I just fluff my bow out the best I can and tie it off, and that's how I'm going to put it on the back. And all I do is take hot glue and tack it to the back. And then I've got that little sunflower over there, if you see it on top there, that I made. I didn't use that sunflower. I used another sunflower after I popped this head off. Actually, what I done was I glued that sunflower to this head and had to pop it all off. It wouldn't come off. I did get my antennas out, but anyway. And there's my little wings. It is cute, but it just, the face got me. I couldn't deal with the face. I have to fix this, and I'm going to spot it. Spot glue. My glue gave up on me. My glue gun gave up on me. So there it is. That's what the new head and the new little sunflower I got at, I don't know if I got these at Hobby Lobby or the Dollar Tree, but I think she is so cute. Okay, so this next one, I have a Dollar Tree palette. I have this I've had in my stash. You can cut one out of cardboard. I have a wood bee. I got this paper. I'm pretty sure I got it at the Dollar Tree. I'm thinking. I don't know. Anyway, I thought it was pretty. So I'm just going to cut my square of my tissue paper. And I'm not doing it exact at all. You can use whatever paper, cardstock, whatever you want to do. And I'm going to take Mod Podge. And I'm going to put a coat of Mod Podge on my little palette here. And this is previously painted because I was using it for something else. And I'm just actually just redoing this because I didn't like what was on it the first time. So I'm just reusing this little palette because I had it and thought it was cute. So I'm putting my Mod Podge on, okay? And I'm going to do the iron-on method as far as the decoupage method for this one. I'm just going to iron it on with my little heat press. Right now I'm trying to, this thing is soaking up the Mod Podge. So there's my little heat press, and I'm going to put it on where I want it. I didn't really want any of the other, I wanted the bees, but not the hive, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to get as much as the bees as I can without the hive. So I put my parchment paper over this, and then I'm just going to iron it. And it's on the highest setting. And I'm just going to go over it and iron all this. And what it's going to do is going to reactivate that glue and heat it all up. And then there you go. You're going to put it right on it. And then that bee up there, I actually colored that bee with Sharpie markers. Okay, except the wings. The wings, I used a white paint pen. But the rest of that bee up there, I colored it with Sharpie markers. Worked just fine. So now I'm going to take my emery board and I'm going to sand all this off. I would burn it, but y'all, I'm not good with that burning thing sometimes. It scorches, catches my paper on fire. I'm like dangerous with a lighter. So I'm not even going to try to burn it. I'm going to sand it all off, and then I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and I'm going to cut my cracks out and take that paper out my cracks, because that's the easiest way to do it for me, okay, is just use my knife. Now that I have the little palette cleaned up, I'm just going to take hot glue, and this was already ready, so I'm just going to glue it down on the bottom here. And like I said, if you wanted to, you could cut that out of cardboard and make one. And these are buttons from Hobby Lobby, and they have little knobs, and they sit right down in the cracks of that little palette. So pop them bees in. Now the sunflower didn't pop in so good, but those bees popped in perfect. I don't even know that you had to glue them, but I did. So that's it. That's what I'm going to do with it. Oh, no, it ain't. So I've got this pineapple thing, and no, I'm not putting pineapples on. It says on the bottom, so sweet. Okay, there's like so sweet all over this thing. So I'm going to take the words so sweet, and this is a rub-on transfer from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to pop it right in right there. I could have put it on the hive. I didn't think about it. But if you want to, you can put it on your beehive. I just didn't think about it. I just put those little words right up there. So yeah, there you go. That's all I done. Sweet and simple. This one is so easy. If you blink, you'll miss it. So I have one of these Dollar Tree frames that have a clip on it. I'm taking that hideous bow off of there and straighten my clip. And then I'm leaving this just like this. Okay? I'm just leaving it wood looking. I don't know what I'm doing with that bow. I think I was trying to save it. End up pitching it. I'm done watching me. So what I'm going to do is, of course it won't fit. It'll hang off. So I'm going to trim off both edges and cut all that little border off there. And then it fits right on there. Y'all, this is so easy. I'm telling you. You can change these calendars out. You can use the same board and change these little calendar pieces out. This is just the back of the calendar. And I was thinking I was going to put that bow back on there. But I ended up, I don't know what I want to put on here. I don't remember what I put on there. Okay, this bee. That's what I decided, I guess. It looks shabby. So I'm going to take a piece of this ribbon. And I'm going to round it out at you see what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm saying, but you see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to take a piece of my string. And I'm going to weave it in and out. And then go around it. And I'm going to make me a set of wings. Because those wings on that bee look shabby. It don't even look like it has no wings. And I seen this sitting there and thought, hey, we'll just make some wings. So then I'm going to take my dot of glue here. And I'm going to put my ribbon up there. And now I have wings. And this is so much cuter. This is so cute. Easy way to make wings. So it has a sticker on it. I'm not trusting it. I'm going to put hot glue on it. And then stick it down. And that's all I do when I fluff my little wings up there. And that's it. Sweet and simple. Oh, I put another bee on there. Oh, I also put wire in it. It looked bare. So I pinched a little piece of wire and glued it on the underside too. Y'all, I can't remember what I do. So I got this birdhouse. I got this birdhouse at Walmart. I do know that. I picked it up. I thought it was neat. It kind of looked Asian to me. But anyway, I took that out and I pushed it all the way in. And I'm going to sand it down. I want that flush with that right there. Look, me carving. I'm carving that bad boy off. Woo! Look at me go. So I'm going to take wood glue. What'd I do? Oh, I cut it shorter. I pinched it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to take wood glue. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm taking my miter shears and cut that off where I pinched it because it wasn't right. Y'all, I don't know about me. Now I'm trying to sand it flat after I done whittled it and everything else. So I didn't want that rope in there. So when I cut it, I just pushed it down in there. So I took a dowel rod and covered my hole. And y'all, I don't know what happened. I was trying to paint it or something. And my dowel rod went right through the hole. So it didn't even matter that I put this dowel rod in that hole, hammering it down in there. and everything else, and it didn't make a hill of beans about what I was doing because it fell through. So, look at me, peck, peck, peck. I'm pecking it down in there. It looked good. It did. But I don't know what happened in the end. It was sticking up, and I was trying to push it down more, and it just floop right down in there. So I lost it. But I do something else. And that actually looks good. Look at it. You couldn't even tell there was a hole up in there. Can't believe I messed it all up. So I'm just going to paint the top. Of course, I'm painting it yellow. Okay. And then I am going to paint the sides yellow. And then on the other, I am going to paint those black. I wish I would have used painter's tape because I had to go over it a couple times doing touch-ups. But this only took one coat of this paint. And there is what it looks like now. I'm not worried about the bottom. Now I'm going to take black, and I'm going to take my little doodad here, and I'm going to put dots all over it. Look at my head. I'm so sorry. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put dots all over it. Some of my dots got bigger, so I had to make the other dots bigger. But anyways, I'm going to put my dots on. Now I have these stickers from Walmart, okay? And they're pretty cool. They're clear. I love them. They didn't really want to stick very well. I should have put Mod Podge or glue under them, but I didn't know. They seem to be sticking right here, but I Mod Podge the whole thing anyway. So I'm just going to randomly stick my little sunflower stickers down. And the reason I did this color yellow, one of the reasons, is because I knew I was going to do this DIY and I wanted my sunflowers to pop off this yellow. So you can cut these stickers very easy. So I'm randomly going to cut out little ones and stick them in spurts all over it just to kind of fill it up and, just make my eyes happy, okay? I just did this to make my eyes happy. Y'all, I got the super matte Mod Podge. It's the first time I used it, and when I opened it, I'm like, oh my gosh. It is the consistency, you know what I'm saying, of like a thick, I don't know, like toothpaste, a really thick I don't even know if you'd say toothpaste. I'm telling y'all, I'm in love with this, okay? I am in love with this. The outcome when it dried was so beautiful, okay? Y'all know me, I'm a drama queen. It was so beautiful. It goes on thick, but it spreads out well. This is my new favorite Mod Podge. Like, I will probably order this from Amazon all the time. I will never buy another Mod Podge. It is linked in my Amazon store. But I absolutely love this Mod Podge. When it dried, it was like super matte. Like, you couldn't even tell that there was anything on it. It didn't leave no streaks. I'm telling you. I can't look. Oh my gosh. I had to do 2 coats, and then I put another one of those bees on there. But I had to do 2 coats because some of my little flower petals was flipping up. So I had to push them back down and put another coat on. But I'm going to take a little piece of jute, and I'm not super gluing. I'm going to hot glue this around this hole. I'm going to cut it off. And when I put these together, they matched up perfect. Y'all, I couldn't ask for a better thing on this one right here. I love this one. It was cute. I loved it. So I could have put moss around the bottom, but I didn't want to cover up any of my things there. I glued a bee going in the hive, and I painted it black. I painted a circle, and I got a teeny tiny little bow. This is one of my little teeny tiny jute bows, and I'm just going to stick it on the top of my little, I almost said wreath. That's not a wreath. It looks like a wreath. These glue strings getting on my last nerve. Oh my goodness. But anyway, ain't it cute? But I had to do something else. Look, there is where I pushed in my hole because it wasn't even. So I'm just going to take one of these little buttons. I didn't cut the knob off, and I'm just going to stick it right on top. It's okay. It ends up being cute. It's cute. I like it. It gives it a little something, something, a little pizzazz. So there you go. Now I have a little wooden pot. I got these. I I want to say Dollar Tree, but it may have been Hobby Lobby. But I'm thinking I got it to Dollar Tree. So here I learned my lesson, and I'm putting my Mod Podge down first. And I'm taking one of these sunflowers. It fit right perfect right there. Might be just a little bit hang off on the bottom, and I'll just cut it off with a pair of scissors. But I'm just going to take my Mod Podge, and I had to work with this a minute. I had to Mod Podge, put it down, Mod Podge, put it down, Mod Podge, put it down. But once I got it down, it was good. And I used regular Mod Podge right here, which I don't know why I used regular Mod Podge. I really don't. But I end up Mod Podging the whole bottom so it would look the same. I didn't paint this or anything. You can paint it if you want to. I just want it natural wood. But anyway, then I'm going to let that dry. Make sure it's stuck. Okay. And then I am going to take this little bitty smidgen that you see down there of craft flower foam, floral foam. And then I'm going to take this sprig of whatever it is I had left over. And I was going to just put them in there, but no can do. I got to cut them at an angle. And I'm going to stick them in this piece of floral foam. Well, I can't say that word fast, but you like fluff foam. Anyway, that little green thing down there, I'm going to cut that to fit down inside this little pot, okay? That's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to stick my greenery in there. Look at me. Shaving it down. Nope. Shave it down. Let's see. Yep. Smush it. There you go. Looks nice, don't it? Oh, thanks. I think so too. Sorry. Anyway, now that's where I cut it off. I realized it was hanging, so I just snipped it off. And now I'm going to take and just poke my greenery in till it looks good to my eye. I'm not a floral person. It just, whatever looks good to me is when I stop, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so now I got it the way I want it, or at least I think I do. So I'm going to take this stem that the little flowers I cut off on, and I'm going to take the big part and I'm going to shove it right through the hole after I bent it. Y'all see me bend it. And I'm going to put it right there and glue my bee on. Now I'm going to hold this for a minute and make sure that sticks and glues down and all that good jazz. And then I'm going to cut this off. I could have cut it a little bit longer. I should have measured it before I did this, y'all. Like, seriously should have. But I'm just going to poke it down in the middle of my little bush or whatever I got going on down there. My greenery. And there it is. Tucked down in the greenery. Oh, it's cute. I love it. What'd I do that for? I don't know what I did that for. I don't know what I did. So I have this little rolling pin I bought at Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to paint this part white just so that when I put paper on it, it looks fine. And I'm going to paint the handles yellow. See there? And now I'm going to take this paper. And this one, I want the beehive on it. So this is simple too. You just paint a rolling pin, take your Mod Podge, and put your Mod Podge on and put your paper down. But you do want to do this in sections. This is tissue paper and it's really thin. Okay, I bent that where I need to cut it. Okay. So I don't want it overlapping a whole lot. So I'm going to take a paintbrush and I am going to take some Mod Podge and I'm going to put a thin layer of Mod Podge on here. Okay, just in a section. And then I'm going to place my paper down straight and just tappity tap 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 that right down. And when I smooth with my finger, okay, I'm telling you, I am barely pushing on this paper because you will rip it, okay? So it looks like I'm manhandling it, but that's just because I got the video sped up. I'm really not pushing real hard, okay? I promise I'm not. You just want to kind of drag your finger across it and smooth out any wrinkles. You can use saran wrap to do this, but I don't have any. So I'm using my finger because I have those. You always have those, or hopefully you do. Some don't, and that's okay too. Shut up, Joanna. Okay. Now, just take your and keep going till you get to the end. And if you have too much paper at the end, like if you misjudged like I did, just cut off your paper and cut it even. I was not even, that's for sure. and then, you know, smoosh that on down. And then on the edge, I'm just going to take my little small emery board, and I'm going to sand that off and get that nice and smooth. Oh, and I will put a layer of Mod Podge over the whole napkin just to make sure it's sealed in. But I don't do that until after I know it's drying so that it doesn't wrinkle. And that one is done. And I'm going to take this dauber that I got in a pack from Hobby Lobby as well. And I'm just going to take my paint. And I want this darker because honey's dark. And so I'm just putting that on my dauber. And I'm going to go up the little stick just a hair. And I'm not making this perfect. I'm just, you know, daubing it on the stick. Just randomly up and down just to make it look like honey splattered up there. Once my paint dries, or I dry my paint, I'm drying my paint. Once I dry my paint, I'm going to take my glue gun. I think. Lord, I don't remember. Hold on. Let me look at what I'm doing. I got a little bee. Oh, yep. I'm taking glue. This is a hot glue bee I did in a mold. Okay, but you can use any bee. And I'm going to glue it down on my little dauber. And I thought, yep, I put hot glue on it. And I'm just going to randomly go all over it like honey is dripping all over this dauber. I thought I did, but I wasn't sure. I can't remember what I do from time to time. Now I'm going to wait for this to dry, and then I'm going to dab paint on it. Now, if you try to paint it, you're going to have streaks in it. Honey don't have streaks, I don't think. I don't know. I eat a lot of honey. Look at my big nose down there. Y'all, forgive me. I'm so sorry. I pointed it. I noticed it then. I'm like, look at my nose. I'm so sorry. Anyway, when I get done, I'm dabbing my honey. Okay, I got it on the bottom and I dab it, and it looks so cute. I love this thing. I could have put a ribbon on it, tied a ribbon to it, but I didn't. I just left the honey thing. Now I have a peat pot. You can get peat pots at Dollar Tree. You can get peat pots at Walmart. Peat pot wherever you want to get a peat pot. I'm sure Lowe's has peat pots, or Home Depot has peat pots. I think I just like saying peat pots. How many times can I say peat pot? I don't know. I'm done. So I'm going to take my string. I'm not done. I'm going to take my string and I'm going to put glue, and I'm starting at the top, and I'm going to run this all the way around and down my peat pot. So yeah. So you know what I'm doing. I'm making a honey hive. A mini honey hive out of a peat pot. So I'm going to do this all the way down. You don't have to glue it all the way down. You do when you start and you do when you stop, and at certain times in between. So I'm just going to cut it off. I get down to the bottom and I cut it at an angle, and I'm going to smoosh that in and try to make it where you cannot see that. Okay? Try to make it where you can't see it. All right. Looks good to me. And then I'm going to take some string. It's not going to be this string. That string was too skinny. I didn't want that string. No. Yeah, don't get that string. Oh, I had to catch it on fire first. This thing had strings and all kinds of mess hanging. So I'm going to light it up and cut all that off. Almost caught the peat pot on fire. Paper burns, okay? Y'all remember that. Paper burns. Almost caught my pot on fire. That would burn up my whole honey hive. I really don't think I used that. Did I use that? I thought I got a bigger rope. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I used this. Oh, this is bigger twine. Never mind. This is the bigger twine. I'm going to fire that up too. So I'm just going to put this together first. It makes it easier for me. And then I'm going to put glue on it, and I'm going to smash it down on that little, I'm not going to say it, honey hive. Okay? Smush it down on your honey hive. Push it all in real nice. And then I'm going to take a black Sharpie, and I'm just going to color in to make that black. I don't know why it would be, because you can't see in there, I guess. I don't know, but all of them are black, so I'm painting mine black. And then when I get that done, I am going to take a bee. I'm trying my best to use this wooden bee I did. I never used it in nothing. I painted it and didn't use it. I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to put it right there. Y'all, I got so excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, I could put my bee here. So I just glued my wood bee right there. I used it. I'm so proud of myself. Otherwise, I would have painted that for nothing. I don't like to waste my time. I really don't. Sometimes I do, but I don't like it. So, anyway. So there, that's on there. I'm done babbling about that thing. Nope. Yeah. I did that and got an idea. So I'm going to take some moss, because this is flat. And I'm going to glue my moss on here. Okay? This is just a small piece of moss. It don't take much moss. And I'm going to glue it on. And I'm not cutting this. Well, I did too. I just fibbed to y'all. I forgot I did. But I leave it kind of stringing and hairy. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. I done said something I don't know. I have abundance of these little stickers. Can you tell? Hobby Lobby, Dollar Tree. I get them everywhere. So I'm going to cut the backs off. Make sure your middle don't come out when you cut your backs off, because it can. So I'm going to put 3 on here. Okay? Then I'm going to take this. This is another little piece of scraps. I save all my scraps. And I'm going to glue my plastic scraps, leaves, in here in spurts, just random, just to add some green in it. And I thought that looks funny with just 3. With just 3, it looked funny. So I added another one, and that may look funny. I don't know. And some more green. But anyway, there it is. That's all I'm doing. That's it. And then picking off that stupid hot glue. Now here is my whole tiered tray. You have to be careful with it. But I absolutely adore it. It is so cute, is it not? I may end up tying ribbon on my honey thing, but I'm not going to do anything to that rolling pin. My ribbon was too big and it looked hideous. But there's everything. I hope you enjoyed this DIY, despite my commentary going on here. But anyways, I like it. I think it's cute. But tell me which bee face you would have used. I'm interested to know. I really am. But thank you for watching. And until next time, remember, you are definitely a blessing. Goodbye.